Hello friends, how are you guys? The last thing that we bought from Sandton Stationery and Print is Ama-Iro, which means sky blue. So this is a Pilot Iroshizuku ink in 15 ml bottle. This goes for around 200 ZAR. Last year it was priced at around 180 and then before that it was 160. So the prices of the inks are always increasing because of the depreciating value of the dollar and all that stuff, or the increasing value of the dollar and depreciating value of the rand. So because these inks all comes from international markets, so that's why the prices keeps changing. But I bought this specifically for some of my expensive Pilot pens, which we're going to review later. So that's why I bought this. This is a Pilot Iroshizuku Ama-Iro, or also known as the sky blue. So we have our glass dip pen ready and everything. So this is the cotton bud that we are going to use, and then let's take the ink swab cotton bud and then put it on the paper. This is looking like a turquoise ink, and so let's see how does it perform. I have seen people who are fan of this particular ink, so I like inks which bright up on the paper, and this is looking like one of those inks which is definitely going to light up on the paper. So we'll wait for the ink swab to dry. Meanwhile, we'll dip our glass dip pen into the ink, and before we write we'll close the bottle so that we don't accidentally fall, because these are very expensive inks for sure. And we got it from Sandton Stationery and Print, but these are available at multiple shops around South Africa and various other countries. So wherever you find them, you can buy them. So they have around 20-25 types of different kinds of inks. So we bought it from Sandton Stationery and Print. This is a 15 ml bottle. So 15 ml bottle is a perfect size so that you can experiment with all the inks and all that stuff. So meanwhile this ink swab is getting dry, we'll bring our human rights journal and let's try to write some words in the same as well. So we have the last slot open to test out this ink, and then let's write in the space given below. So this is a turquoise ink is what I feel. This is very much similar to all the turquoise inks that we have. Maybe a little bit of similarity will be, differential will be there, but to mostly my naked eye is feeling like this is turquoise ink. So this is how the ink looks like on the paper, as you will see. So this is how the ink looks like on paper. It's a sky blue color, kind of color, but which is like almost similar to turquoise, but we will compare it against all the blue inks and the turquoise inks that we have reviewed recently and previously. So keep watching. So this is how the Iroshizuku Ama-Iro ink looks like on the paper. So this has a definitely sky blue, and then on the darker portion this looks like a royal blue kind of ink. So let's compare it against all the inks that we have in our arsenal, or recently we have reviewed from Diamine. So just for your eyes adjusting purposes, I am showing you Lemity 53 Azurite, which is a darker violet color. So this doesn't match, putting it aside. Then we have the Carcos Violet, it also doesn't match, putting it aside. Then we have the Tassia 3 Navy Blue. This is the last ink that we reviewed, or the first ink from Tassia, and this also doesn't match. Then we have the Diamine Disdainful Damson. This is a kind of a green kind of color, doesn't match. Then we have the Aqua Lagoon, which is also different. On the camera you might be looking it similar, but it's different, so doesn't match. Then we have the Organic Studio Nitrogen, which is a darker green, darker blue ink with the red sheen. Very difficult to take out from the fountain pen, so you should definitely use cautious if you are using Organic Studio Nitrogen. So this is Diamine Michael, which is a named variant, and then this is much darker jeans kind of color. Then we have the T52 Blue Black, doesn't match. Then we have the Camlin Royal Blue. Here you will see that this one is totally different as compared to Ama-Iro. So a Camlin Royal Blue ink is totally different. You will see it has more bluer portions, whereas Iroshizuku has some kind of lighter shades. so it doesn't match, but for reviewing purposes we'll keep it on one side. Then this is the Noodler's Baltimore Canyon. This also doesn't match at all, so we'll keep it on the side. Then we have the Parker Quinking, which is much more darker black ink, doesn't match. Then we have the Lamy T52 blue, which also doesn't match at all. So then we have the Diamine Maureen, which is ink with red sheen, doesn't match. Then Diamine Herbert as well, doesn't match. Then we have the Lamy T52 turquoise ink, which kind of matches, but then these inks are looking perfectly similar, but they have some different subtle differences as well. So I'm not able to clearly understand what is the difference, but on the naked eye, because both the inks are looking very much same. So we'll keep it on one side so that we can compare it against all the blue inks in the end. And then this is our Pelikan 4001 turquoise ink. This ink is almost a match or near bit match of this particular Ama-Iro. So basically both these inks are same. So I think you should buy inks based on what ink color you don't have. Basically any brand, if you want to buy a particular ink, you just buy first the separate colors, and then maybe later you can buy various shades of the same color in various brands. So let's compare all the blue inks that we have or turquoise inks that we have, so that you can make your own opinion about these inks. So these are the 5 inks that we have here, and then this is the Iroshizuku Ama-Iro, which is the ink in question, or which we are reviewing today. And this is our last ink that we have bought from Sandton Stationery and Print in this 50 ml bottle. And so this we bought for some of our fountain pens from Pilot. I didn't want you to spoil it with some other color, other inks, but now to me it's like a similar. I don't feel any difference, subtle difference. There is very subtle difference between the Lamy T52 turquoise and Ama-Iro and Pelikan. Though there is very light difference, but it's like in the shades, in the shading of the whole thing. But in the writing purposes, I don't think there will be any difference. Whereas this Camlin Royal Blue and Noodles Baltimore Canyon is much more bluer as compared to the turquoise inks. So turquoise inks is made a little bit differently from the blue inks. So that's why the difference is there. So basically, if you have any of these inks, and if you can tell me what is the difference between Ama-Iro and Lamy turquoise or Pelikan turquoise, do let me know. But to the naked eye, it's like it seems like the Lamy turquoise is a little bit darker, whereas the Lamy Pelikan 4001 is a little bit lighter, and Iroshizuku in between somewhere. So that is what I can feel like. So do let me know what are your thoughts about Ama-Iro ink, and have used any of the Pilot pen inks, and what are your thoughts about the inks. So the best part is like these inks are very easily to clean, and very much you will like it. The liquid portion is really high on this. The viscosity of the ink is really high. So these are really nice inks, and the bottle is really awesome. So bottle is like a square bottle, and it's like really nice bottle that you get. So do let me know what are your thoughts about this particular ink, and if you have any questions, you can also contact me on any of my social media platforms. And don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. We are very near 5,000 mark, and with your help only we can cross the same. And as I always say that your views is our only blessing, so keep blessing us with your views. And if any brand wants to send us more inks or more fountain pens or any stationery items, we will be happy to take it and then make video on the same, and then we will also feature them on our channels, and also tell the name of the brand or something which has sponsored us with these kind of inks and everything. So currently everything is self-sponsored. I am paying all the money from my personal pockets, and then none of these is a sponsored post as yet. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.